All right, hello guys. I want to show you this 2021 RAM TRX that came in. Customer has had this car for a little while and he wanted to, make it look different. So he reached out to us. He came in, he was talking about wraps, and he himself went online and did a little bit of research on the vehicle. And he wanted to do the vehicle in a matte PPF. But since the truck was already black, I suggested, why don't we just do a stealth PPF? In my personal experience, the stealth PPF, clear PPF has been around for a long time, 10, 15, 20 years. As instead of like the color PPF, that's been around, maybe 3 years. So I know for sure the stealth PPF is gonna last a long time. And that's exactly what we did on this vehicle. We transformed the whole vehicle from a gloss version of it to a matte version of itself. And we covered everything you see on this vehicle with an 8mm paint protection film. We also did a window tint on this vehicle. We did a 20% XPEL XR Black, which is a ceramic tint. Protects the vehicle 99% from UV and 80% infrared heat. So that film is going to keep the interior of the vehicle cooler. It has a really nice black color. This is one of the films that I prefer myself because it has a black color. Some other brands have more of a charcoal color, which I feel makes the vehicles look which makes the cars look a little bit older when they come with that charcoal color. So black just really complements the stealth PPF on this one. It looks like that guy shooting over here at us. And then a couple things we do before we do this vehicle. We walk the vehicle with the customer. We kind of tell them what the expectation is, what to expect on the paint protection film. It's not paint, so you are going to see some seams in some areas that are difficult to do. There's going to be some areas that the film doesn't reach, so we have to do them in two pieces. Like for example, on this one, the pillar, it goes from here all the way to the top, all the way to the front, and it goes all the way around. But what we did is we used a pre-cut kit from XPEL and we expanded all the edges. And there's going to be a slight seam right here, just right here in this area. But since we did hide it in the, kind of like where the body lines are at, you can't see it. But we did explain that to the customer before doing it, so he knows what to expect. Also, some of the things that we've told him that were going to be complicated would be like the door handles. We've done some of these door handles, but sometimes it's hard to get them around with the PPF. So we use a combination of both PPF and vinyl for that. We wrap the parts that were a little bit harder to do with vinyl to make it conform. And we did tell him, if anything does happen within a few years, come back and we'll replace them free of charge for him. We also walked the vehicle and checked out areas that might have some damage and, tell him what we could take off, what we can't take off. There's an area right here where he had a scrape, and we told him, we're going to try to buff it, but we couldn't because once you feel that scrape, it was going to be hard to buff. Like basically they took off all the clear and then went down to the bare metal. But he didn't want to get any more damage to the vehicle, so we just went ahead and did the PPF on it. Also back here, last time I made a video about a Lexus GX 550, and we're talking about how the letters, people take them off and don't take them off. So these letters have about 3 inches of tape back here. We can take them off, but they also have the holes. Customer wanted to remove them. His name is Robert, actually. Robert wanted us to remove them, but after digging in deeper to this vehicle, we were going to remove the letters. They do have holes, so removing it was not going to be an option. We were going to have to put them back on. And luckily for us, we found a kit, with XPEL that had the letters cut out, so we don't have to go in there and hand cut them ourselves. And I did tell the customer, come in, check it out, tell me what you think. If you don't like it, you're not happy, bring it back. Won't charge you anything. We'll take off the letters for you. But just know that, you're going to see the holes back there, and we're going to have to retape them again and put it back on. So he's going to come in and check it out. I think it looks fine, looks good. But that's something, again, we're leaving it up to a customer. But when I talked to him on the phone, I kind of let him choose, what he wanted to do, and he told me to just leave them on there. And after we're done with the vehicle, so that's kind of, a little bit of the pre-install. Also, we do wash the vehicle, we clay the whole car, we degrease it. All this before we even start wrapping it. And after that, we start, getting in touch with the film and start applying it. We try to knock out the biggest pieces at first, and then we kind of go from there. Okay, and So again, where was I, guys? Even though we just did a full PPF on this vehicle, we also did we reconditioned like all the plastics with some plastic conditioner just to make it look good. I think presentation is important. You know, the car got all done, and we want to make sure, you know, the customer gets it, you know, with a nice finish. For every PPF that we do, when you guys bundle up like Tint, we give you as a discount, you know, for doing that, since it's doing both services here at once. Typically, it's going to be anywhere from 10 to 15%, depending what kind of services you're getting on the Tint. And for every vehicle we finish too, we do require a 2-week follow-up to come back and give the film some time to expand and contract, and then we can have time to come back, double check it, make sure none of the edges are lifting, corners or anything that might have lifted for whatever reason. It gives us time to either push it back, trim it, and just kind of just get back into place. Now, for whatever reason it doesn't stick, we will fix it or replace it free of charge for you guys. If you guys like any quotes, give us a call at 714-987-3676 or visit us at ocwraps.com. Thank you.